So Trey covered in his Trump runs from Democrats as shutdown threat looms video 1 week ago the fact that the Republicans refused to meet and negotiate with the Democrats to fund the government. Now that the government is shut down, it's all of a sudden the Democrats' fault. That's a classic Republican move. Cause a problem, blame the Democrats. I'm going to break it all down for you, but first, just a quick reminder. Hit the subscribe button and enable notifications. It really helps us bring you more stories like this. This is Kameron Williams, and welcome to Pragmotiv News. If the Republicans weren't hell-bent on making your health insurance premiums skyrocket, the government would be funded right now. The shutdown fight comes down to a continuing resolution, or CR. That's basically a stopgap bill to keep the government running. But this CR calls for the Affordable Care Act subsidies to expire. Now, if you're not familiar, the Affordable Care Act, or ACA, has subsidies for healthcare premiums. Without those subsidies, a plan that costs you $300 a month now would triple to around $900 a month. Now let's look at the lies MAGA Republicans are telling you. Watch this clip of Mike Johnson.
And now they're trying to pretend it's about something completely different. They have made a decision that they would rather give taxpayer-funded benefits to illegal aliens than to keep the doors open for the American people, to keep vital services, veteran services, healthcare and nutrition for women, infants, and children. They would rather not pay the troops and TSA agents and Border Patrol agents. They would rather stop services of FEMA in the middle of a hurricane season than to do the right thing for partisan political purposes.
He and the MAGA herd are out here claiming that Democrats want to give free health care to undocumented immigrants. That is straight up bullshit. Immigrants are not eligible for insurance. Period. End of story. They don't have any social security numbers. How are they going to get that care? It doesn't make sense. As if the Republicans ever make sense. But, oh well. What Republicans are really doing is coming after your insurance. If these subsidies expire, your premiums will go up. Democrats are literally trying to prevent that by negotiating. But every time they try to sit down with the Republicans, they either act a fool or they refuse to meet with them. I mean, a week ago, we was just saying Trump was running from the Democrats. They were running scared. They weren't trying to meet with them to get this resolved. Then they turn around, then the Republicans turn around and say, oh no, Democrats, they're causing a shutdown. So here's what's really happening. Republicans control the entire government right now. They own this shutdown. But instead of taking responsibility, they're running the same playbook as always. Distract, deflect, and blame Democrats. Trump himself is posting racist AI-generated videos of Hakeem Jeffries in a cartoonish mustache and sombrero with Chuck Schumer next to him spouting Republican nonsense that Chuck Schumer would never say, of course. Watch it.
Guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bull. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of you know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
This is not governing. That's some racist bullshit designed to cover up the fact that Republicans are actively trying to make your life a living hell. Let's break down some history for you. Typically, when the president is a Democrat, they have to give Republicans some concessions just to keep the government open. And Democrats have done that countless times in the past. They've compromised plenty of times to avoid a shutdown. Remember when Biden was president? There was 0 shutdowns in his entire 4 years as president. No shutdowns at all. The last time the government was shut down, who was in charge? Donald fucking Trump. So what's really going on here? Republicans are using the chaos to hide the fact that they're about to double or even, in some cases, triple your healthcare premiums. Let me give you an example. Occupy Democrats posted about a health plan in Georgia that was sent to Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock. In 2025, the health plan costs $307 a month for someone making $65,000 a year. In 2026, that same plan shoots up to around $964,000. I mean, why did I say thousand, yo? I meant $964. I guess if the Republicans had their way, they would make it $964,000. That's nearly $1,000 for one person. So who the hell can afford that? Most Americans can't. And Republicans know it. And they don't care enough to renew the ACA subsidies. That's why they're distracting with immigration fear-mongering and culture war nonsense. And it doesn't stop at healthcare. Trump himself jumped on Truth Social saying he's meeting with the director of Project 2025 to figure out which government departments to gut. That's after he lied on the campaign trail saying he didn't know the people behind Project 2025. So not only are they trying to make your health insurance unaffordable, they're taking advantage of the shutdown and firing federal workers en masse.
Who's going to bear the brunt of the responsibility if indeed there is a shutdown of our government?
Well, if you say who gets fired, it always has to be the top. I mean, problems start from the top, and they have to get solved from the top, and the president's the leader, and he's got to get everybody in a room, and he's got to lead. And
if you were president, what would you do?
Well, very simply, you have to get everybody in a room. You have to be a leader. The president has to lead.
I really believe the Democrats want a shutdown to get off the subject of the tax cuts.